Hi, everyone. I feel like poop. I feel like crap. And I've been complaining to my friends and noticing patterns of why do I feel like poop? And like 3 days ago, I'm like, woohoo, let's go wear 5-inch platform heels. Like, what the hell is happening to me? And then I'm like, I don't want to vlog because like my hair looks like this. And I fell asleep at 4 a.m. last night, slash, I guess that would be this morning. And I'm tired and I can list all my crankiness of what the hell is going on. But what I'm noticing, and I guess this is like my shout out to like females, because the feminine body, the female body is just bewildering. I don't quite understand. Like right now, I'm just freezing. I've had this pillow. This is actually not. Tex has been like on hiatus. Tex is in my room. And by the way, I'm on week 11 and a day. Last time when I posted, I was at week 11. I was at like Thursday. So this is the difference between Thursday and today, which is Saturday. I'm freezing. I have to, okay, so I'm just gonna talk. Oh my God, my boobs hurt so much. But there's my royal chair, so you get to look at that while I'm getting my blanket. And at times I find my snappy attitude like funny. Because in general, I am a funny person. I'm so uncomfortable. There's my alcohol cabinet, which I won't like be using anymore because like, you know, cancer, alcohol, not a good combination. And how did this get shorter when I, what the heck? Things are not working today. So here's the pattern that I notice. And like, I don't even know what to do with myself right now because I don't want to remove this pillow from me. I want to put my blanket on because I'm cold. My boobs hurt so much, which is funny because it's like, what are my boobs? I don't even know what my boobs are. Like my implants hurt. I don't think they hurt. They're like silicone, like, you know, gel, whatever the hell they are. Like, how do they hurt? My pectoral muscles hurt. That's not really true. I don't know what hurts, but like this area just, it hurts. And I know that Aunt Flo is coming because I didn't put the pieces together until this morning when I was complaining to my friend about like what the hell is going on with me, like why is my behavior the way that it's been. I'm cold. Like it's 1 o'clock. It is 1 o'clock. I have not taken my Tamoxifen. I have not even eaten a meal today. My arm hurts. I'm tired. I'm cranky. I can't even put the goddamn blanket on because I can't lift my freaking ass right arm the way I want to. Like the modifications are just so much. And then you're like, I don't know how to do shit. Like, I just want to put a freaking blanket on and have it not be wrinkled. And I have to think of the science of how to freaking do that when you only have one arm that really works. And then, like, the sensory part is like, I just want to lay nicely behind me. But it's not doing that. And I can't comfortably pull it down. Oh my God. Okay, so let's rewind. So, back when Jen was 14 land, I'm so uncomfortable. I'm so crazy uncomfortable right now. Okay, so when I was 14, we're talking about girl stuff today because like I think humans, even women, just need to understand how shit works. And I was fortunate that like when I, you know, became a woman when I think I was 14, I was a late bloomer, whatever. When I got my first period, like even when I was teaching and I had students that would be like, I have to go to the nurse because I'm crampy because of my period. I'm like, oh my God, like get over it, whatever. I never had cramps. I never had PMS. I never had any of that stuff. I didn't know what a cramp was until I was in labor with my children. And holy cannoli, like then I knew what freaking cramping was. And I'm like, damn, this hurts. They're like, it'll feel like a menstrual cramp. And like, you know, blessed is me that I didn't even know what a menstrual cramp felt like until I was in labor. And I'm like, oh, that hurts. That kind of sucks for all the people that have been going through menstrual cramps all this time. Keep in mind, I don't have my period right now. But what I'm noticing is I originally was scheduled to have my period on November 8th. I don't know what today's date is. It's like 3 days from now or something. Or not even, in 2 days. In 2 days, according to Apple, I'm supposed to get my period in 2 days. So if I rewind, you know, I know that side effects from tamoxifen are plentiful. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know who to blame. I don't know what's because of what. There's so many moving pieces right now. But the point is that, like, yes, you know, they removed my breasts. So in theory, my breasts shouldn't hurt. But whatever is there really hurts right now. My joints are achy. That's clearly, like, written down as a side effect to the tamoxifen. I just try to walk more. And move my body more so I'm not so stiff. But I can tell you today, man, I'm not freaking walking anywhere. I'm going in my little green corner of the couch there and curling up. I'm sitting in this chair because this is like, I feel like I'm on the throne, not that kind of throne. That was this morning. This kind of throne where I feel like all regal sitting in my orange chair, even though my kids say is red, but I say is orange, tomato. Anyway, so what I'm noticing, I'm noticing some like hardcore PMS stuff going on right now that I'm praying will go away soon, because with the Lupron I should be going into menopause soon. I don't know how long it takes to kick in. I mean, I do know that it started working somewhat my last cycle. So maybe I should be happy that in a bizarro, crazy, stupid way, that I have, like, my uterus is a mess right now. Not related to the cancer, but just as a side note, that they put me on the Lupron. So yes, please put me into menopause and make this go away. That'd be awesome. Because while it's fun on certain days, like the days that I'm punchy, I find it amusing. But so, okay, Larry won't mind. I'm so uncomfortable right now, and I know I have to take my meds, and I know I have to, I know I have to take my meds, and I know I need to do it on a full stomach so I don't get nauseous, because I am nauseous. But normally when I wake up, I have coffee, and I'm like staring at my Keurig, and it's so pretty. It's like blue. But I don't want coffee. My stomach is like, oh, I swear to God, like everything I've eaten for the last month, like just came out this morning. I laugh. I don't know why I'm laughing. And then I had like awful abdominal cramping. Anyway, I think, and I too would have made an assumption that you have breast cancer, you have the mastectomy, the double, whatever, 2 for 1, and then like you're done, you know. I don't need chemo, so I'm done. I don't need radiation, so I'm done. I'm not done. Do I look done? I'm not done. I'm not done. My body is going through some crazy shit right now. And I am trying to just like figure out what the heck is happening with my body, honoring my body, getting ready to go back to work on Friday, and like entering the world of like human beings again with the whole pandemic and social norms about how to be around people. There's a lot of moving pieces. So what I will say is, so I've noticed, and I've vlogged about this before too, after they found out that I had cancer, they removed, I had a Mirena, and it's an IUD, which for you other people watching out there don't know, an IUD is an intrauterine device. It's a device that keeps you from having babies. And it's also a device that keeps, like, you know, stuff under control with your uterus as a woman. Some people are on IUDs, not just for birth control. once the IUD releases estrogen, so, or progesterone. I'm so flaky right now, I can't think of what, but it does release a hormone. I feel like it's not estrogen. I feel like it's progesterone, because estrogen is bad and you want estrogen not there. So anyway, they removed it immediately, because they're like, you don't need, you know, my cancer cells are fueled by, they were positive for, my boobs. I'm so uncomfortable. They were positive for progesterone and estrogen. So it's like, yes, please get the hormones out. So they removed the Mirena. And once they removed the Mirena, my well-controlled body that has had a Mirena had a Mirena for like, what, 11 years? 11 years. And prior to that, I was either having babies or on the pill or whatever. So my body right now is like not on anything. And I feel like it's making up for lost time. And my weirdo gift is like, here, have the Lupron to make it all go away faster. It's not a gift. It's just like, I want this cycle of shit to stop. So anyway, so what I'm noticing, and it's a combination of things that are causing this. It is cancer related, which is why I'm vlogging about it and not just complaining to my friends. And by the way, I am so grateful for my friends out there who are in like take care of Jen, cover her ass mode, because the past couple days, like, I've not been making the most sound decisions about things. Just the past couple of days. Like before that, I was fine. A week ago, I was fine. And then I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. And it's like, why are you doing that? I don't know. Don't make any, and the best advice I got was don't make any big decisions about anything right now. Now is not the time for big decisions. I've been wanting a wrist tattoo for years, and I know who I want to do my tattoo, and I have ideas of what to put together, and I trust in whatever she's going to design to put on my wrist. And you'll note, I mean, I don't have it on now because it's worn out, but like I use Inkbox tattoos, which I have for a while, just to make sure I really do want a tattoo before I have one on there. And I do. But right now is not the time, well, financially and probably pain-wise too, is not the time for me to be deciding on a tattoo, because my head is like all over the place. So what I'm noticing, let's use this month as an example. Apple says that I'm supposed to get my period on November 8th. I would say on Wednesday, say Saturday, on Wednesday, I noticed the snappiness to start. And the snappiness is kind of a defense mechanism for me. I use humor as a defense mechanism, which I think is coming out more as I'm healing and getting back to being like Jen. Oh my gosh. I bought this as a yoga pillow, and I just like, I just curved myself up because I'm like, I'm cold, I'm uncomfortable. Anyway, I noticed on Wednesday, someone made a comment to me. I hate comments. I feel like there's such an awkward social thing about what to say to people that are going through cancer treatments, whatever. As soon as you mention the C word, just shit gets weird. Friends go away, family goes away, things get misconstrued, and like everything just is like, whoa. And the people that stick around are the people that can handle the crazy. And I am so grateful for the people that can handle the crazy. And then you have people that pop in, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy they pop back into my life because they make me smile and laugh. And right now, like, that's what I need, is to be around people that make me smile and laugh. I'm not smiling and laughing enough. So Wednesday, I noticed that I started getting punchy again. And that happened about a month ago too. If you went back to whatever vlogs, I had one vlog where I was sitting right there and I was in bad shape. I was rocking. I had my fidget cube. I was in like super sensory overload. It was kind of creepy for me to actually watch myself like that, especially with the rocking and stuff. But there's like stuff going on and I'm not an OT. There's stuff going on in your body where your body is craving input, and it's so hard to understand for, like, just a typical person like me, what your body is needing, and like what it manifests itself as. So before, it was like more of a physical thing where I felt like I wanted to punch a wall. Or when I was wearing, like, I had my color street nails on for a long time. And when I would get like, I would start peeling the color street nail polish off. And then I got to the point where my nails got so short that it was almost like they were just uncomfortable. So I'm like, I'm going to treat myself. And I went to the nail place, and I had her do my nails, of course, pink, but a very pale pink, like a nice pink that I like. And she did put a couple tips on. I don't know how people have tips. Okay, see if you could see there. They're elevated. I don't know if you can see that. Like, they're not super long. When they first put the tips on, they're like, rah! I don't know how people function with nails like that. I wear contact lenses, which I'm sure you've noticed as you put together my vlogs. But I wear contacts most of the time. I just save my glasses and bad hair for you guys. You're welcome. I don't know how people function like that. Like, if you wear contact lenses, like, how do you put your lenses in if you have like nails that go like, rah? So I can't really ever have my nails super long because A, my contacts, and when I go back to work, B, for typing, it doesn't work well for typing. But I intentionally did this so that my nails would like grow back, while the tips are there to protect them. But before I would pick off my nail polish, or what else I would do. I've talked about masturbating before. I would do that. There's like this stuff that your body is just craving for input. It's like physical input in any way you can get it. Punching a wall. You want to go walk, like, you want to go out walking or whatever, and you walk faster than you think that you're going to. And then before you know it, you've walked like, 2.5 miles, and you're exhausted, but your body sort of needed the input, which is just, it's weird. Physical therapy has given some of the input, but then I have noticed that the exercises that I do at home, I've been overdoing some, especially my right arm, shocking, my right arm. When I try to move my arm out like this, I'm not supposed to be going to the point of pain. And I had been like yesterday. And it's just a really weird feeling. And I don't like it. I'll use the proprioceptive input term, because it's like your body is asking for input, and when you aren't a professional like me with all this stuff and know all the bells and whistles, like, you just do trial and error, like what's going to work, is exercise going to work, going outside and going for a walk when it's like less than 30 degrees out. I guess thanks for the Tamoxifen, because if I go outside and it's 30, I'm not that cold, because I'm usually hot, except for not right now, clearly. Oh, yeah, you see this? Look at this. Ha! It's a pink ribbon. Okay, I will remove this just for that. Oh my God. Looky what I got. My first pink ribbon accessory, clothing, whatever. This came from the American Cancer Society for the walk for October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I'm wearing my pink ribbon. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Please don't buy me anything pink ribbony. If someone's going to send me something, I'm just not a pink person. I'll do this kind of pink. This is like a very pale pink, but like, I'm trying it out, I'm trying to own it, whatever. But like, I'm not getting a pink ribbon tattoo when I get my tattoo. Okay. So anyway, the input. So a few days before my expected period, I don't know when it will start, I noticed that I have this extremeness of needing input, physical input of some sort. I'm not like, I'm making smart choices when I talk about needing physical input. I'm not going boxing, and I'm not like, calling people for booty calls or something. Like, I had to find stuff that's going to work. And I'm grateful to my friends for like reining me in when they see me getting that way. I'm like, I don't want to do this, and this. And they're like, tone it down. I'm like, okay. It's just some weird extremity. Oh, like okay, so I'll use my flute playing, for example. You think flautists are all like all prim and proper or whatever. I was playing my flute last week and I said to my son, bring your snare out. Like I live in an apartment. It's pretty loud to play a snare drum in an apartment, but he doesn't play inside. He has an electric drum set, but he doesn't play a snare inside very frequently. Anyway, so I had him playing his snare and I was playing my flute and we were playing to the sheet music to the songs that they're playing at the football games. And I was like, I was impressed with myself with what I could do. But the extremity there is I hit a high, I think it was like a high G. And then I couldn't remember the fingering for a high A. Maybe, or no, it was an A flat. I did hit a high A flat, which is really high. I do it now, but too cold, don't want to get up. But I hit those high notes, it's hard to hit those high notes. And like, I don't play flute frequently. I break it out like around the holidays and stuff and whatever, but like certainly not to the point where you're hitting really high notes. But I think the pressure on my body to hit the high notes, which you have to make a super, super small hole with your lips to be able to do that, and have enough lung strength to, push that kind of note out and hold it for a whole note. It takes a lot of physical input. So I think that was a weird way that my body was what do you call it? Was asked or getting the input. Yeah, so it starts with that, where it's the physical part. And then I noticed that I just get much less tolerant of humans, which I guess in these days of the pandemic and all the politics and drama, whatever, it's very easy to get less tolerant with humans, where I'm like, I just don't like you. And I think about like, who do I really want in my life? Who makes me smile? Who makes me laugh? Those are the people that I want around me. And if you don't make me smile or laugh, I don't really want you around me. I don't know. Maybe that's a life lesson I should have learned a long time ago. And like finally now learning it, that like, that like, if someone is not in your life to make you happy, like, why are they there? Like, don't feel obligated that you need to pretend to like someone when you really don't, Ugh. Anyway, and the one thing I'll throw out there too is a lesson that I've learned that like just annoys me is when other people tell you like, about who you should or should not spend time with. That really gets under my skin. And I've gotten to a point in my life now with my whopping 49 years. Oh, my birthday's coming up soon. With my whopping 49 years that like, it's your life for Pete's sake, especially after all this stuff that I've dealt with. Like, don't tell me who I should and should not be around. I know what kind of people fuel me and who does not. And like, people might know certain parts of me, but no one knows all of me except for me. And I know what works for me. So like, sure, I appreciate your 2 cents, but I'll take your 2 cents and just stick it in the piggy bank and make my own decisions. Thank you. Yeah, so don't let anyone else tell you crap. It's your life. Like, you could take advice, whatever, but like, you gotta listen to you, you gotta listen to you. Okay, so after the physical stuff, then it's like I have this attitude. And I'm not used to having an attitude, and not me, but not necessarily the most appropriate. Like when someone says to me, like when I tried that dress on last time that I vlogged, and I realized too, by the way, if I'm getting my period next week, we all know what my periods have been like. There's no way I can wear a dress if I'm hemorrhaging. I say hemorrhaging. I'm not really hemorrhaging. I'm passing blood clots to the point that I can't really, like every time I move, I pass a blood clot. And I'm usually on the couch for like 2 days until it's like eased up a bit. It helped with the Lupron. So, but I won't have a Lupron injection until like the 17th or something. It's going to be a while before I have a Lupron injection. So I think my next period is going to be like a little crazy. I don't know. We'll see. But I can't wear a dress if I'm sitting there like, passing chunks of my uterus out of my body. I can't wear a dress. I'm going to have to wear like black pants, which sucks. Cause like, it's It's like the one time a year where I can get like super like dolled up and like wear like a dress, like a gown if I want to, and heels. And now my, Mother Nature is like, nope, sorry. I don't know. We'll see. And my bloatedness, because that started too, might refrain me from being able to get back into that dress too. Anyway, but I do notice the punchiness, which was amusing, but I have to be careful as I'm entering the world about like, with work, you need to be professional. I need to be poised. I have to like watch what I say, just to be like, I don't mean to watch what I say. I mean, just like come across in a professional way. And even with like other people around me that make comments like, looks like nothing happened to you, or, you look great. I'm like, oh yeah, I feel great. No, I don't. My hair, part of why my hair looks like crap is because I just don't have the strength in my right arm to like appropriately put my hair in like a nice pretty bun. It starts that way with my left side, and then like I just can't reach, and then everything goes awry, which is weird because my left side looks funkier than my right side does. But my right arm is just not, I'm so achy that I can't do as much with my right arm as I used to be able to like a day ago. And then my hair looks like this. But I don't know. If you Google me, you'll see me all dolled up, and that's usually what I look like when I'm not at home like this. Which I wish like would go away. And then somebody made a comment, which I didn't have the best response to when I mentioned I was going back to work, and someone who didn't know what was going on with me. I said that I was on leave, and they're like, oh, how long are you on leave for? I said 11 weeks. And they're like, oh, that's a nice break. I'm like, a nice break. So I'm like, not if you have breast cancer. Which is not the most appropriate response. That wasn't a very clear back and forth, but like, just sitting there being all cool. Like, yes, I've been out on leave for 11 weeks. Oh, that must be nice. Not when you have breast cancer. Like, it's a little bit sarcastic, yes, and maybe not the most poised way of responding when someone says that to you. Like, must have been fun to have the past 3 weeks off. Oh my God, you're right. It was a joy. It was a joy, I'm never going to show people my scars. I know I've showed you my scars from my drains, but like the front ones, I'm not going to show you. But I want to be like, yeah, this is what I did during my 12 weeks of vacation from work. They took a big scalpel, went, and then took this long ass thing that just looks like a freaking ice pick, and they go, and then go in and go scoop out your boob and just like chuck it, and bye, your boobs go away. Oh, and then they put these other foreign things inside of you, which down the road will be spectacular. But for right now, they just sew these things back together again. And in the meantime, your pectoral muscles are like, what? We're going on hiatus for like however many weeks. So we're just going to stop working. And like, from what I've learned from physical therapy, like especially here, I can't expect my arm to go all the way back. Like I can't expect my pectoral muscle or whatever muscle's right here to go like this to stretch back when I only have this much of muscle right now left to be able to use. I have to be able to slowly, make that muscle wider by my exercises. You can't just go from here to like here. It's not how it works. Not with your muscles, at least. Well, not with that muscle, at least. See? Punchy. I'm being really punchy. Anyway. Yeah, and I'm laughing now. And like a couple of hours ago, I was crying because I was just so beside myself. Part of it's because I'm just so damn hungry. Anyway. So, yeah, I have to, in a separate vlog I'm going to do, because it's actually an appointment I asked to schedule, where the social worker talked to me about social norms after coming back from being on leave for breast cancer. Person A says this, how do you respond to it? You need a bag of tricks of responses of what to say back. And it's hard because like when the one I will say is when they said to me, well, when someone says, oh, you look great, all I'm supposed to say back is thanks. I don't want to just say thanks back. Because not all of me looks great. Like, yes, I clean up well, but I'm like, right now, I don't. My calves are hairy right now. I haven't had the energy to shave my legs in like a couple of days. Like, I don't feel, great. I don't. Ugh. So the snappiness, the physical input that's needed, I'm noticing that's coming before Aunt Flo is, coming to town. And so last night, I was super, super tired, I fell asleep on the couch a few times. And I just wasn't feeling I was feeling like ick last night. Yeah, I didn't really do much. Yesterday morning, I was feeling fine. I walked for like an hour. It was awesome. I walked on uneven terrain, which was great. But last night, I couldn't fall asleep until like 4. Part of that's because I discovered TikTok, because of my friend of mine who's a stand-up comedian is like, oh, you should look at TikTok. And then you're like immersed in TikTok. It'll go away, whatever. But yeah, I couldn't fall asleep till like 4, which is crazy, and then slept till like 9:30 or something, which totally threw off my schedule, threw off my meds for the morning, threw off my meals, threw off the whole dietary thing of having coffee first thing in the morning, and then eating a meal, taking my meds, having a full stomach to take my tamoxifen at 11. It's now 1:30, and I still haven't taken my tamoxifen. I've never been this far off of my every day at 11 o'clock take the tamoxifen schedule. My stomach is already like a knot, so I'll get back on track. This won't last forever. How I feel now will last like this for probably 2 days, and then it will shift again. So headaches started last night. Bad headaches. I get FMD headaches where like I know it's from my FMD. That's not the kind of headaches that I have. The headaches I have right now are like up here. They're not tension headaches. They're right here. Don't know what that means. When I get FMD headaches, they're like right behind my ears. When I get tension headaches, they're like right at the base of my skull in the back. These are like right here, right kind of in the middle. I don't know what that means. And also part of why my hair looks like this, because I didn't want to really touch my head. Still had the headaches, so I want to have coffee to make the headache go away, but this coffee is going to upset my stomach, and my stomach is like super upset. Not nauseous like throwing up. I hardly ever throw up, like very rarely. All this time with all my nausea, I haven't actually thrown up ever. Stomach upset, like abdominal cramping. And I never used to get abdominal. I never had cramps from my period ever. And I don't even have my period yet. It's just abdominal cramping, which I know also are side effects to the meds. But yeah, really bad cramping. I spent some time, on the other throne, and thought it would make me feel better, because usually that does. And I didn't feel better. I mean, it was good to get it out, but like my stomach is still really upset right now. Like it's gurgly and stuff. And I remember that from last month too, that like my stomach was like loudly gurgling, like so loud that if you sat next to me, you would hear it. Excuse me. Ginger ale. I remember last month at this time, I went through 3 2-liter bottles of ginger ale, and I don't usually drink soda, but the ginger ale, I had a lot of bread, I had a lot of cheese, bananas, all the things that you're supposed to eat when your stomach is upset. But like A, it's the stomach upset, and then B, it's the abdominal cramping where it's like literally like right below your belly button, or my belly button. It's getting bloated, which makes me know that I'm going to get my period. And then it also just hurts, like it's painful, it hurts. And of course it's Saturday, so I can't just like call the doctor and be like, well, what should I do? And I don't really want to take meds. Like I'm not a med person. Like I would rather just verbalize it out, wrap myself in a blanket, like a friend of mine dropped off homemade bread yesterday, which is perfect. I just want to take a slab of it and eat it. And I think I probably will do that once I finish up with you guys. So this won't last forever. It lasts a couple of days. My back is crazy achy. Could not get in a comfortable position yesterday. Like when I was trying to sleep, laying on my side did not work for me. I felt like the implants were just like in the way. It was just uncomfortable. I tried laying on my back, and then they just feel heavy. And I couldn't reach around to get another pillow to get comfortable. I didn't want to get up out of bed. I could not get comfortable. So I did not sleep well at all. I have to finagle around with pillows again. I was excited to like throw my pillows off my bed and just go back to normal sleeping, but now with this, I'm gonna have to go back to like my big ass pillows and prop myself just to get through the next couple of days. And then, yeah, I can't even remember now how it works. I mean, I don't need to be gross about the whole thing with the cycle, but it does play a humongous part in all of this. You know, it's hormones it's hormones and hormones are what are, you know, if there are any rando cancer cells left, you know, they're there and living because of hormones, and hormones like right now for me are awful. At points in your life, they're phenomenal. They're what, you know, help you have babies. And I have two phenomenally wonderful sons that I would not change an ounce of anything ever in the world for them, because they're just like my prides and joys. Prides and joy, whatever. But you know, I'm gonna be 50 in like 3 weeks. I don't need all this drama anymore. Like, close up shop, let it be done. Yeah, so once I know, like, I will, when the bleeding starts, it's awful, because I every time I shift, there's like chunks of tissue that come out, which is not enjoyable. I'm glad I'm not starting work the beginning of this week, because by the time I go to work, hopefully that will be done. The bleeding used to only last 3 or 4 days. Last time it lasted 6, with my second dose of Lupron and stuff. And now that it's like in my system, I don't know how that will change. We'll have to see. But I do tend to get more hungry when that happens. And right now I just have to be in like take care of Jen mode. Ride the wave as it comes, not make any rash decisions about anything. Like, I want to clean my apartment up a little bit, but like I don't have the energy to do that. I'm so uncomfortable right now. I'm just so uncomfortable. That I just have to like take care of me, and that's it. It'll be interesting what PT is like on Monday. And I think she's on vacation then, because I don't have PT for a bit after that, which is good, because I can't imagine doing PT when I'm like having these clots coming out. But then, yeah, the clotting lasts, you know, between, I'd say probably 4 days. It should, hopefully. After I had the Lupron last time, it eased up, but again, I won't have that this time, because Lupron's not scheduled till the week after next. And then it's like you snap a button, and all of a sudden, like, it, you know, fades, the bleeding fades away, and then like snap a button, it all goes away, and then I'm just like back to being Jen again. It's just, I mean, the marathon thing, like, yeah, I get that, but the roller coaster part is so more accurate. It is such a roller coaster. I was wearing those platform heels in my last vlog, and now it's like I don't want to. I want to get off this freaking chair, and I want to take a really thick piece of that homemade bread and just like devour it. But just with butter. Like, I don't want anything else to go on it, because everything is like ew. And then watch something, not a rom-com. Yeah, watch something that's like funny or whatever. So if you have any suggestions for funny movies, please send them along. Yeah, I don't know. So this is where I am right now. Again, it's week 11 and 2 days. Right? Friday. No, 11. It was week 11 yesterday. So just wanted to check in. So I guess until I have this meeting, which I will have before I probably see humans again, because I don't plan on really seeing many humans in the next couple of days, except for my son, who, you know, I mean, he's working right now, whatever, but I think he's kind of understood the roller coaster that I'm on right now. But if I do happen to snap at you for something, or give you some snarky, smart-ass comment back or whatever, part of that's yes, because I'm sarcastic. Part of that's because I don't know what to say. And part of that is because I'm just like uncomfortable. And I know I say a lot on these vlogs, But there's a lot of stuff that I don't say, and there's a lot of stuff that I'm going through that I don't verbalize. I really just put stuff on the vlogs that I think would be helpful for other people, just understanding. Understanding me, understanding other people that are going through all of this. And everyone faces it differently. But even if you have like a daughter who is like 16 and, you know, you make some smart ass comment because like, you know, she got her period or whatever, you might joke about the whole PMSy thing, but I don't think you really get that. First of all of you that are watching would not be here if your own mothers at some point weren't PMSing, because that's what brought you into this world. Because, you know, physically you all have a mother because that's where you came from. And, you know, having children, you need hormones. And this lovely shit goes along with it. So be grateful for the women that, like, are in your life. And when your daughter is complaining that, like, you know, she's crampy or whatever, it's real. You know, some people use it as just an excuse to get out of stuff. But, like, it's not unreal. Like, women's bodies are so complicated. They have to create life, for Pete's sake. They're very complicated. There's a lot of moving parts. And in the roller coaster of living inside of that, that's, you know, that has the capability of this machine, the capability of creating life, all this stuff comes along with it. And then, like, you throw in breast cancer on top of all that stuff. And yes, the cancer is out, as far as I know. But that doesn't mean that, like, you're like, blip, it all goes away. No, I still have all the crazy from what's going on right now. I'm still healing from the surgery. I am still not able to use my right arm as I'd want to. Still on the Tamoxifen. And clearly I'm not one of those people that has no side effects from the Tamoxifen. But I do have to say, though, the Lupron, I am not really having the side effects that they say that I will have. I think my quest and me not dropping my libido, I will say my libido is like off the charts in that phase where I'm in, where I'm looking for proprioceptive input. I'm just being responsible about it because I'm single and it's all about me. So yeah, I think that, you know, there definitely is a mind over matter thing when it comes to ability of what you can do with your body. But then your body's like, hello, no, rein it in, come back on the couch, come watch stupid shows and eat a lot of bread, cheese, and bananas because your stomach's going to be upset for a couple days. Welcome to the crazy. It will get better, I know. But I am filling you in on what's going on. And yeah. Educating the world about how shit works because people don't want to talk about stuff. And I have no problems about sharing stuff. I do have my boundaries. But I am here to share stuff. The last thing that I'll mention too that is helpful as I'm getting ready to prepare myself a meal. See, this is what I mean. Like, I can get it off there, and here I'm like, ugh, like I can't get it all. So irritating. It's better, but whatever. This I usually use in the car. I've been using this in the house since yesterday, and I was debating buying a second one, but really when I'm driving, these things kind of get in the way when I'm driving. The front is awesome, but these are getting in the way when I'm driving, mostly with my right arm. I try to like tuck it behind me, but it's getting in the way. I do have a small pillow. So I think what I'm going to start doing, it's in my car, what I'm going to start doing is putting the pillow in my car and like washing this because it's been sitting in my car for, you know, all this time. And using this like, around the apartment. Like I can walk around with it because I could just tuck it under my arm and just like, you know, keep it to myself. It's clearly not as padded as Tex is. I'm not using it for pressure. I'm mostly using it as like protection, I guess. But one thing I'm having a hard time with when I'm sleeping is I can tuck a pillow underneath my arm here. Mostly my right side kind of needs it if I'm laying on my back. But I can't seem to get the pillow up high enough. And then if it's too high, the pillow is just too thick. The nice thing about this is that it's so thin on the sides that, like, if I go like this and sleep, it, you know, clearly goes up by my shoulder, that I can like lay back and have cushioning here, which kind of keeps things in place, but still have some sort of a cushioning underneath my shoulders too, so that I'm not, because the problem is like my pecs would pull back as I'm laying on my back. And right now, as my whole body is achy and in hyperdrive, I need to find whatever I can to, you know, prop myself and give myself as much cushioning and love as I can. So even though I'm not really hungry right now and I really don't want coffee, I think I'm going to make tea. And then just have some bread or something. So here's where I am, week 11. And yes, it's a roller coaster. We'll see what's happening throughout the week. Ah, womanhood. God bless all the women out there. All right. See you later, alligators.